evening, as I know I am. Oh my god, he's talking to us! Woo! It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I was actually told by my producer earlier this evening that coming up this next week, we're actually going to have a tremendous amount of matches to bring you guys, as it will be kicking off into the finale of the group stages. And we're going to have multiple best of threes over the course of the evening, which is going to be cool, because then there's potential for possibly 6 maps over the duration of a night to be able to cast. So, with that being said, we are going to go live into this matchup. It is going to be on train to start things off. Countdown commences, and we are into the pistol round. So, brace yourselves, boys. We're going in. It's going to be subtle on the CT side, like I said. And I'm sorry, Juju is actually Juice, not Tens. So, apologies for any confusion that was out there. So we will be seeing Juice play for the subtle lineup. I believe, wasn't Juice playing with Muffin Lightning before? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on anymore, but we are live into the pistol round, and it does look like compLexity is going to be taking that bomb through the box halls to start things off. There are 3 players favoring that inside bomb site right now on the subtle side, so you've got Rico in there, you've got Juice, and you've got Els all watching for that inside push, and it should be commencing right now. There was a footstep up in the box halls, in the brown halls, and we will be seeing them try to make their way on in. So there's the deep smoke. There's the flashbang. They're not accounting for this player right around the corner. He's going to be able to find 1 and 2. That's Rico biding his time. There's one above him. They still haven't flushed him out. Finally, they're going to get up on the high ground and be able to dispatch of him as Desi gets the trade finally, but it's 2 for 1 in favor of the CTs until Android comes in with a double of his own. Looking to do a little bit more Ocean pushing forward, but they don't account for Surreal being pushed up on sidewalk. He did have the bomb on his back, and he's going to try to get himself back in, but Android picking up 3 in the pistol round. It was a 3-on-5 that they ended up pulling back, and compLexity are going to walk with the pistol. In the immortal words of Jason Lake, bring me the pistols. So a nice job from compLexity, able to get themselves on the right foot early. MAC-10 UMP, 2 AKs and another UMP on Surreal, so they're going to try to farm up a little cash money, let the SMGs do the softening up, and let the AKs finish him off if need be. Force Spike comes out from the CT side of Subtle. That's going to be some armor for 4 out of the 5 players. Juice going to be prioritizing the AWP, so he sticks on the P2000, I believe. Or is he actually... Yeah, it's P250, okay. That graphic is so similar for both of those pistols. It's really hard to differentiate sometimes. So we are going to see a little harassment towards Ivy, but ultimately the bomb is over towards the ladder room. Def is going to be able to find one. No tags hit, as Juice didn't have any armor to work with. Now he's going to get out in front of this smoke. One more around his side. That's Rico down. Is he going to account for the player flanking him around from the hell position? He's looking to get a little more money in his pocket, but Polio's going to make sure that it's short-lived. Desi's got to be careful. Those 5.7s, even from range, can do some damage, and they'll do just that. Going to be able to find that kill, and now L's hunkered down here in Summit. That's going to go down, and all of a sudden we're down into Polio in a 1 versus 3, who has managed to pick up 2 kills. Woo! Surreal having a little trouble with that railing, but he ultimately does manage to get himself up. And the big news is if Polio can hang on to this, he'll have an AK to work with and armor into the next round. That's if it's possible. Now, the 2 UMPs should probably go on the chase, A, to farm money, B, to get the AK out of his hands. And I actually kind of like this position here because he can, like you can see, he can crouch down, hunker down behind that box, keep himself hidden from anybody pesky over towards T-Con. But we will see the 2-0 start for compLexity, and we will see them farm up a little money. Def able to pick up 2 kills with the MAC-10. And now the hunt is on. Now that bomb is going to start ticking down. They're going to have to clear all their angles. He's going to hear Uber. That was a clean lock, boys. You're going to hear Uber coming around from one side, and he will go down to Surreal. And the AK is salvaged. Surreal with 2 kills on the round as well. So that was, you know, a good $1,200 in his pocket, as well as Def. Def's going to go right back onto the MAC-10 to farm up even more money. And we will see what the economy looks like as we move forward. Same gun setup here for compLexity. We'll see what they can do moving forward here. Pretty much vanilla round for the CT side. P250 and a 5.7 picked up, but the rest of them are going to remain on the stock pistols. Not a lot to say about this one. Should technically be some easy pickings. Desi might have spotted Polio over here towards the sandwich side. yet to give up his position. He's just going to hunker down on top of that blue train, but Def again over towards Ivy is going to find Ocean. A couple more players coming around from the back lines, and Def can clearly do some work here. Desi spotted. There they come through the ladder room. Slow play on that 5-7, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to find the shots that he was looking for. That's going to flush Rico out. Def managing to take down Juice, and now all of a sudden it's L's on B, and now L's on the dirt. 3-0 start for compLexity, exactly what they could have bargained for on their map pick as they look to extend their lead going into the first gun round. Juice already on the AWP. Surreal has one of his own. It's going to be 4 AKs to bolster that, maybe 3. Okay, Ocean is going to opt to pick up the AK. Look at the limited utility that they have on the CT side right now. And also, 0 kits to work with. Not a single one being picked up. So they go with no head armor, which isn't going to make a difference against the AKs or the AWP. And they also pick up a very slim amount of nades. One big thing that we see now in the new meta of the game is a lot of UMPs being purchased to actually go for a little bit more utility into the gun rounds. Good pop flash out. Nice shot from Surreal. Oh, man, that was quick. Gonna find the wall bang, clips him. It was a 100 damage wall bang that he managed to hit there onto Juice. That was the up down. Now Rico's gonna pick it up and try to do some work with it himself. Close quarters battle here towards the towards the T connector. Not gonna find the damage he was looking for. Surreal's gonna be down to 28, but he's gonna get out with his life. So they maintain that 5-on-4. Now, very aggressive towards the top. And Def is going to find one. Looked like he wanted to drop there. Second guessed himself. Didn't want to commit to that and possibly crater. And now Def is going to, or pardon me, Desi's going to try to get aggro, and now Rico as well. And they've traded it back into a 3-on-3. Flashbang comes out. That's going to allow movement back in towards the bomb site, but they've got to account for Uber getting close behind this smoke towards Z. Nice shot from Surreal. Finds a second on the round. Smoke to sidewalk as well. There's the flank out from Uber. Does decent damage, but it's not going to be the one. Woo! There it is. All right, let me go ahead and turn that off for a second. And now we're going to see Polio fall. Android on the site. Still just playing cat and mouse with Ocean for the time being. And he will finish off the round. So Surreal and Android started off relatively strong in this matchup so far. 8-0 and 6-0. But now we're going to have to see what kind of a reply Subtle has moving forward. But it is going to be that 4-0 start. Eco round for Subtle. See if they can replicate the anti-eco round that they had in the second round, where they did manage to pick off a couple of players and find some money. Ivy is the play. 2 players over here, and Def with his trusty Mac-10. That's a good flash. Oh, but he mows them both! No, sorry, he didn't mow them both. Android was there to bail him out, but I thought he did. There was so many dinks that happened over in that area. I thought he got both of those kills. That's going to clean out all pressure that's over towards the Ivy corridor. I like the idea from Subtle going for the pop flash, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the one. One tap-a-rooney from Desi onto Ocean. Going to clear out the rest of Ivy, and that's going to open up this A bomb site for business. 2 HP for Def, but it doesn't make much of a difference because they are on a 5-on-2. Got a 5-on-1, and Polio, if he gets aggressive behind this, should lose his life to Uber as well. Oh, maybe not. Polio is going to be able to find one with the 5-7. Going to be looking for a little more. Incendiary up towards the top side of ladder. Android's going to chase. Android's going to fall. Got to be careful not to throw too much into this one. Def is only on 2 HP. He can't really go for too much of a hunt. There's the peek out, and Surreal's going to be able to take him down. That's the 5-0 start for compLexity. So a good effort again from Polio in the back lines, trying to do what he can with that pistol. Does do a little bit of damage, forces a couple of rebounds, but Uber is going to get dropped into this one. He's sitting at 1-3 right now, so a little bit of a slow start from him, and 2-2 for Desi. The rest of the team is doing a lot of work into this 7-0-0, 9-1-1, and 6-2-3. A lot of incendiary grenades going in towards T-Con. Surreal's going to be relatively low spotted. Smoke toward the side of E-Box. Polio trying to do what he can. Rico's been tagged to 64 as well. Desi going to be the man on IV this time around. Bomb is outside of T-Con right now, but hasn't moved up too forward. There's a good flashbang. Els, though, biding his time. He hasn't been spotted yet. Now he has, and he's going to find one, but Uber's there for the trade. It's going to allow a little bit of a forward momentum here. There's the peek from Juice. So the first time that the trades have gone favorably for Subtle, 2-1 in their favor to start this round off. Last time we saw that was in Pistol, where they ended up ultimately losing a 3v5. Desi on the creep. Desi in the dirt. Now a 4-on-2. Android looking to do some damage, but loses the bomb. Surreal's going to get the spin around shot, but Ocean's there with the secondary AWP to find that frag, and that will be the first round on the board for Subtle. They do have 2 rebuys going into this one, but keeping 3 players alive is a good start to building back their economy. We will see if they can culminate into a big buy going forward if they are reset. It will be compLexity with plenty of money for the rebuy. AWP back into the hands of Surreal. 4-round lead. Utility looking a lot better for Subtle this time around. However, their player count, not so much. Second op, Ocean. A little slow to the trigger, but he does manage to tag Surreal down to 26 and force him off a T-Con. Rico's salvaging that secondary op again. We're going to see them swing back into the double op setup. M4 is by the train hitches in the back of the site if he does desire to go back to the rifle. He's going to play the op on Ivy. I don't use HRTF. I think it's awful to begin with. I don't know all that many people who do use it that are like in the pro scene. I'm pretty sure that a lot of them went back to what they were used to. Plus with the FPS drops that it causes, it's difficult to play with it anyway. Execute towards the outside train yard. We will see them pushing up through the sandwich area to the backside of Orange. There's the forward position. Nice counter flash bomb down. Polio looking to double up. Not going to get the opportunity. Here's the flashbang out. Rico's going to hit it. Ocean with the assist, and now they're going to go for the plan. Got to be careful because the wrap comes around. A little unguarded there, but we swing it into a 2 versus 2. There's a 5 damage wallbang onto Def. No big deal. The fray comes out from Els. Are they going to account for Uber in this position? He hasn't peeked his head out yet. They don't know that he's there. He hunkered down in the corner. They are going to get on the bomb. They line up. He's going to hit one. Pulls off the bomb diffuser, and Uber's going to clutch it out. That's the reset Subtle did not want to see. So the 2v1 go in the way of compLexity. They're going to find their 6th round, and the money in shambles for Subtle. We might actually see them go for a force buy because they might have to save the round after that with 16 or 1750 on Rico and 1800 on Ocean. See what they opt to do. They picked up a couple of upgraded pistols. They're going to go for the full save here, potentially a buy next round, but look at the utility when they go forward into this next gun round. Slow push towards the inside train yard. 4-stack outside. Here comes the play. Got to deal with Els, and they're going to make short work of him. That is going to be Def opening up with the trusty MAC-10. Again, he's gotten more MAC-10 kills in this game than he has rifle kills. Just want to go ahead and point that out. He's sitting on 8 kills. I'm pretty sure 6 of those have been on the back of a MAC-10, or at least 5. Surreal top of the stairs. In comes the MAC-10 again. Make that 6 kills with the MAC-10. Make that 7 kills with the MAC-10. And 8. Finish it off in style. That might actually be 9. I'm not even sure. You got 2, 2, 1. Yeah, that's 9. 9 MAC-10 kills so far in this game for Def. He's up to 11 and 5, so he's only gotten 2 kills outside of that. That weren't with a MAC-10 on a save round. But the good news is those 4 kills afford him a ton of money to upgrade back into the AK-47 and be even with the rest of his team at around $5,300, $5,950. Smoke outside, fast strategy coming towards the inner lower. That's a nice snapshot from Surreal. Looking to double up, almost clips Juice. So good opening again for compLexity, swinging the man advantage early in their favor. A minute and 35 left on the clock. That barely happened 10 seconds into the round. Ladder room control, looking for the pop dog area. Bomb is on the back of Android and T-Con, so he's by his lonesome, but Desi's got a forward position looking down towards Ivy. Going to spot one out. Does good damage onto Ocean. He's going to swing. Insta headshot, but that flushes Rico back far enough for Def to peek. And that's going to be his 3rd rifle kill of the match so far. Ocean, a little off the mark there, but he's going to get caught by Surreal, and there's really no chance for the Subtle side to get back into this round. 2 versus 4. They're going to back off from this one over towards CT, but Uber's hot on their heels coming in from inside. They're just shuffling around right now. One caught. Nice shot from Android. Really short work of Juice. Instant popping of the dome. Down to Polio in a 1 versus 4. Trying to do what he can to stay alive. Going to spot one, but Uber on that late lurk finds him. 8-1 now in favor of compLexity, and they are showing absolutely no signs of stopping right now. Seven rounds the difference. Another eco round here for subtLe. Their money a little bit better than it was. Well, not much, but maybe a little bit better than it was the last time around. 5-man stack outside, nades to T-Con. Again, looking like compLexity want to favor their odds going inside. They know that it's probably going to be a save. Polio's underneath the ladder. Double peek in mid. Desi's going to find one. Can he find the second? Surreal is there to back him up. He's going to take the peek. Surreal missing a couple of relatively what would be described as simple op shots, but with that in mind, they're going to smoke off and fall back. Desi, though, overstaying his welcome, will fall. So it is a 1-for-1 trade. They've got to be careful of L's. Right in the face of Uber, but can't land the headshot. That P250 is lethal from that range, but it is going to be a 3-on-4. The AK was salvaged over towards T-Con. Incendiary grenade is actually going to hold the T side from pushing too aggressively, and Surreal's got to watch his back. No scope to the chest, Polio down. Rico with the AK locked in. Now it's down to Ocean outside, hunkered down behind default bomb train. Good dink goes out, but Android's going to be able to rectify the aim, find the shot, and that will be another round on the board for compLexity. They're on the hunt for double digits early in this half. Only into the 11th round, and we are going to be looking at compLexity with an opportunity at 10-1 scoreline. Rico and Juice going to pick up the AWP. Juice, should be noted, sitting at 1-0-9, so even though he's been the predominant AWPer for the CT side, he has had very little to minimum impact with the AWP thus far. Fast outside strat. There you go. Just like I said, he's going to pick up one. That will be an early frag on the board here for the CT side. Little mistiming there from Polio. Very aggressive from Android. He's going to find two. Almost gets a third on Ocean. He will ultimately lose his life. Smoke in towards the Z hallway. Ocean and Juice trying to hold this one down. Surreal with the missed off shot. Opportunity now for Uber. Close up. Surreal's going to capitalize. Now they just have to watch their back. Surreal's going to hit the no-no. That's going to be 2 frags on the round for Android and Surreal, and there's double digits acquired for compLexity, 10-1. If you guys are interested in watching the Winter Fox game, I believe it's being streamed in Russian over on the Starladder 5 stream. I might have that incorrect, but it is being streamed on one of the other Starladder streams. Surreal up in hand again. L's trying to play close range, inner lower with that mag 7. Ocean taking a sneaky peeky over here towards the Ivy corridor. Not going to spot anything. Pop a couple of shots. Not going to be able to connect, and now he's going to flash his teammate out of the corner. Opportunities abound. Mag 7. Not going to clip it from that range. Ocean trying to do damage here to Def. They're going to push behind this, and Ocean's actually going to find the kill. In the meantime, though, Juice and Polio have been dispatched of. And now Ocean outside close range. Spotted, and Android will find it. His reaction speed is on point tonight. Going to spam up over there onto Rico, and Desi is going to find him. So that will be an 11-1 scoreline now, and compLexity pretty much locked in for this map number 1. So 11-1 scoreline, 10 rounds being the difference, and subtLe has absolutely no response to this fast outside strat that compLexity continues to throw at him. Missed off shot from T-Con, fast outside again, but it's only 2 players. Juice, nice shot, going to find it before the smoke blooms. And now it's going to be the opportunity to push inside, but Polio's there now with an op. Going to be able to find the opener. Desi right around the corner. Going to get spotted and taken down, so this is looking good for subtLe to finally pick up a second round and double their round count moving into the final 2 rounds of the half. Uber and Surreal, your last two standing right now. It's actually a triple op setup now for the CT side. There's the jump down. L's not giving up his position in C. There it is. Throws his life away. Information gained for the CT side, though. 3 players have been tagged up decently on the CT side for subtle. Surreal, though, creeping in. Is he going to predict that Ocean is in this position? Rico outside doing absolutely nothing, so let's get back into the eyes of one of the players in here. There it is. Going to bait out the shot. Ocean's not going to be able to connect. He's gone over towards the slope. There's the smoke down on the upper sidewalk, and Ocean's going to try to peer around that. Uber in tow. Looking to do a little bit of work now. There's the drop down. Gun barrel spotted up on the backside of the site. That's an easy shot. Polio's going to find 3 on the round, and Subtle will pick up a second, but compLexity is still in the driver's seat. They got money for days. 16K to be exact on Surreal, who has only died 3 times over the course of this match. Android, the top fragger at 17, but the remainder of the squad not too terribly far behind, with the exception of Desi, who's been playing the lurk roll towards Ivy most of the gun rounds. Triple up setup still in play for Subtle. Throwing everything they have into this. Incendiary deep, burning, down to 69. If you ever want to counter the alt peek towards the inner upper box-talled area, well, you just saw how. However, Ocean's going to re-peek after the molly fades, and he's going to clip one, drop the bomb carrier, Uber down. Good positioning from Els, one way in that. Going to find the secondary frag onto Desi, and now we're into a 2-man advantage for Subtle. So things on the up and up here in the final couple of rounds of this half for the Subtle side. Little damage exchange there at Ivy, but we will see Android find the other player there. Rico goes down, but Polio on outside is going to find one more with his trusty AWP, leaving Surreal and Android with a very bare minimum amount of HP. One has gotten towards hell, though. Doesn't matter. Juice was ready for it. Missed op shot. Doesn't spot the feet underneath of the train hitch. And there's the backstab. So the op's paying off. 3-11. So an 8-round difference right now in favor of compLexity. They've stalled out here in the last 2 rounds, but like I said, they've got enough money to go for this last round bye wholeheartedly. They're going to have everything they could possibly want. Surreal, a little bit light, but Ocean, a little bit dead. Headshot clean to the face. 4-man stack outside, open inner bomb site. This is not what Subtle wanted to play with. Def, nice taps. Def again, finding the damage, not able to culminate with a kill just yet. He's going to get caught out. Incendiary is going to burn down one, throwing out the smoke. It's already out of the molly. Flash around the corner. Def going to capitalize. Not ready for the second player, but Juice not really sure what he was doing there. Last player alive was Els, and Android's going to finish with a 3K to close out the round. 21 kills for him in the first half, and that will be the 12-3 scoreline. 9 rounds difference. And compLexity going on to what is considered the more favorable side here on Train. Into the second round we go. Into the second half we go. 12 plays 3. compLexity in the driver's seat. Pistol round victory here will nigh ensure their ability to close out this map. We saw their pistol be very effective in the first half. See how it goes in the second half. No flashbang, early tag. CT's just going to walk on out into this. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Android's pistols are sublime. Subtle feeling the burn here a little bit. One over here towards the ladder room. That's Rico with a Desert Eagle. Tagged up down to 83. 87, pardon me. Rico. 83 for the big man Ocean, trying to get out through hell. There's Surreal picking up that frag. And that's going to leave it all on Ocean. Big Daddy. What can he possibly do? Well, he can do that. A little bit of a backflip there, but he lands on his noggin. He goes down 13-3 in favor of compLexity. This was compLexity's map pick, just so you guys know. The next map that we are going to see in this series is going to be Inferno. It might be, I think that's my first time casting Inferno. How exciting, boys! Fast strategy looking like it's just going to be a YOLO rush in towards the B-bomb site. They have picked up a UMP on the back of L's. They've slowed things down a little bit. Desi on top of Pop Dog. There's the incendiary to shy them away from that lower ramp, and he's going to take a quick glance over there. Not going to find anything just yet, but we'll see. We smoke towards the A ramp. That's going to allow vision, but Rico, through his teammate, finds the headshot. He's got to be careful with that Desert Eagle. M4 from range, going to find 2 before he falls. Ocean pushing through the smoke. That's not the right way to do it, and he's going to go down. Juice does manage to get the bomb plant, but he will die right now. In comes the defuse. 14-3, compLexity. Tie point achieved. Match point on the verge. 11 rounds the difference. This is a stompy, rompy-roo for compLexity right now. They are just absolutely curb stomping subtLe, who have had relatively no response to anything that has happened in this match. I'm not even sure their monitors are on there at the moment. We'll have to see if they can bounce back from this one, but that's not to take anything away from subtLe. We've seen them play some good matches in the past. I believe they've actually won one of the matches that they had to play earlier on in one of these best-of-3s in this series. Or in this group, I should say. Force buy is upon us. Not a lot of utility to work with. We'll see how they can go working forward here, but it is going to be a Tech 9-2 umps, a Galil, and an AK. Would have liked to see Rico go for the UMP to pick up a little bit more utility for his squad, but he's favoring the firepower over the utility. That's perfectly commendable, to say the least. I'll flash over towards Ivy. We're going to take a peek. Spots nothing. Smoke down the Ivy lane. And that backfired horribly. Unless they meant to do that and boost over it, which could be the thing. Risky plays. Juice up on high. Doesn't matter. Uber's going to find his teammate before he gets dropped. And now Android with the peek. He's going to be spotting for this one. Turns his back. Turns back around. Turns again. Turns back around again. And he's going to be spotted. In the meantime, Def gets wide peaked, and Juice is going to go into 2 more. So he's got 3 on the round. Now he's going to rocket ship out of this world, and Surreal's going to double it up. 1 more to beat on top of the bomb train. Oh! Sweet mother of God, that shot was sick. That's the 3rd no-scope Surreal's hit in this match, and that was a clean shot. (15-3) now, compLexity. Rocking and rolling. Ready to go. As big of a force buy as they can muster. 2 Tech 9s, a Scout, a UMP, and an AK. Ocean's going to be on the Scout. See what Daddy can do. Quick incendiary in towards the inner lower ramp. Going to bleed out a little utility. Ocean jumping across like a madman. He's going to get tagged down to 44. Smoke comes out towards the inner lower ramp to prevent the push to come out. 2 players are over here right now, and Polio just probing towards Pop Dog. Pop flash. Pop down. Pop a peek. Nobody home. Android's going to take that wide angle. He's going to go blow for blow right now, and right now Android's the worst for the wear. He's going to be down to 74 H Pizzle. Smoke down on sidewalk, incendiary towards the ladder train, and Rico's going to be able to find Desi, so that's going to open things up a little bit here, but do they have smokes down in the lanes? A lot of spam going through, decent damage being done. There's a headshot from Android, finding 1 more. Looking for the fallback from the site. Not going to clip anybody just yet. Juice up forward is going to find 1 more. And Def on the flank is going to get himself one on the board as well. Make it 2. 1 more to beat. Polio, close range. Bye-bye. Juice, your last man standing up close and personal. Playing in 1G. Bomb tapped. He's going to have to take a peek. Sound being made. Peek goes out. And Surreal's going to find him with the USP. That's game, set, match. 16-3 for compLexity. We're going to be moving forward onto Inferno for our next matchup. We will be seeing if subtLe can actually bounce back from this one. or if it is going to be a 2-0 swiftly in the favor of compLexity. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere.